This video explains the programming procedure for the Mitsubishi user web page component data block. Hello and welcome back. My name is Gerd Zeller from Zeller Press Control Systems, and today I will talk about how to program this little guy here, which is a user web page component data block in the Mitsubishi user web page designer. Basically this data block is designed to show you the value of the predefined variables in the PLC, in the CPU, and also give them a appropriate description. And here I'm gonna tell you on how it's working. You can choose the components by drag and drop, and every component has got a factory setup on how it's gonna show up when you drop it in the web page. In this case, it shows up in a vertical position with the block size of 1. So I will change this to horizontal in order to get it the same way displayed like we already have it. And here you can see it changes, and also the block size. We got 5 blocks on here, and I will change this also to 5 blocks. And you can see now we got 5 different columns, and these columns we can set in the device properties. The label, the display label, this is the description up here. The device is the variable of the device that is displayed in the actual value in here, and the data type can be changed from word signed, word unsigned, double word signed and unsigned, and a float. And the display format is possible in decimal and hexadecimal. And like you see here, we got 5 columns displayed, so we want to push the plus here and make another description, change the device variable, and the rest I'm gonna leave with the word sign and decimal, and then we make this all the way up till we come to the 5 display numbers, and then you will see on how to continue with the rest of the programming. And the D4 would also test it, and I make this hexadecimal just so you can see the difference. This is right here in decimal, and click OK, and then you can see already the device name, the text description changed up here. And in the next step we can change the line color for the columns. I make it a nice and neat green. You can see that changed here. And also for the next section on here, the device name, we can choose on whether or not to display the device name. We can change the font color of the device. Okay, now I got it, so we get no contrast anymore, so I'm gonna just leave that at white. The background color, the same thing. You can choose this greenish thing here. And then the cell width is not possible to change, but the cell height of the name display can be also changed according to your preferences. I'm gonna leave it at 40, just the way it has been on the original setup, and that's it for the device name. Now the device value, this is the setting on how you actually display these devices on here. The font color again can be changed You can choose from different colors. The background color can be chosen, make it a little bit gray, maybe then that way we got a nice contrast. The cell width can be changed, the cell height can also be changed, and the X and Y coordinates can also be changed accordingly. So the X coordinates are from left to right, from horizontal, and the Y coordinates are vertical. So if you put a 0 in, you got it all the way down, all the way up, and you put a 90 in, it's gonna move down. And if we want to have it further down, oops, that's too much, 120 maybe. Okay, that's the way it's gonna be. And this is already all the needed variable settings and property settings for this block display. And if we want to check on how everything is working, we can download that, we can write that to the SD card. But in order to do that, we need to stop the CPU, put it in stop mode, and then we can go ahead and download the file to the card. Put the credentials in that we created in how I showed you in a previous video, and then should be okay and ready to go. And after a few seconds, once the transfer is done, then we should put the PLC back in run mode, and then I can show you on how this whole thing is working. Now we got it back in run mode, close that window and then update the web browser display. And then we can start it with that little program that I wrote. And then it should actually start displaying the appropriate values. And I think on the device property I put the wrong value in here. I need to change this and download it again in order to get this hexadecimal value also displayed properly. There we go, transferring again, and after this few seconds I'm gonna put the CPU in run again, execute it, and then it's gonna ask me again on if I want to put it in run. After confirming with yes, write this M10 to 1, and then hopefully everything is up and running. If I update the web browser again, there we go. And this is how the data block function is programmed in the Mitsubishi User Web Page Designer. Thank you for watching.